All right, let's take you live now down to Cape Town, where my colleague Ayesha Ismail is following the ongoing saga of grants and Sassa and the drama and the desperation. Ayesha, hello to you. For many people, I'm going to say thousands, in fact, having to queue day in, day out, often not getting the money that they deserve and the money they need simply to survive. What's the situation?
So, Gareth, today the people that are queuing here, and I'm going to see if my cameraman can just, show you what is happening in the background a little later. But when we arrived here, we saw hundreds of people outside the Sassa offices here in Bellville, and quite a few of them are in wheelchairs. And they were saying that some of the people were here since 3 o'clock this morning. Others were telling me that they had slept here last night. And these are people coming to renew what's called their temporary disability grants. Now, apparently there is a new system in place, and I'm now joined by one of the grant recipients, Mr. John Smith. You were saying the last time you came here, you slept here. What happened?
I slept here, came to the door, managed to get the door at, well, it was 6 o'clock. They had been working a bit of OT on that, I think they had. And they shut the door on the last 10 people's faces. That was that. I had to leave.
So what is the process to get a temporary disability grant? Why are there so many people here coming for their disability grants or coming to apply for disability grants?
We live in a society that's sick, man, but you also got a lot of poverty. I mean, I'm one of them, so yeah, I've got to be. But
what is the process?
The process is to arrive here and get a form from them to take to the doctor. But even that is fraught with difficulties. You go to the doctor. In my case, when I arrived there, the appointment wasn't made, even though I had the thing. So I got embroiled in an argument at the day hospital. People I'd lived with at peace for as many years as I've been sick. So I mean, this whole thing is fraught with that type of thing. From the morning to where the people have slept here overnight to lining up in the morning, basically from desperate people who are absolutely driven by the need to feed their families. And look, the system, whatever they're doing here, it's a system, not a system, madness, insanity, And in fact, not to labor the point, I mean, the last time when I had the debate with these guys here, I pointed out to them that we live in a country of Ubuntu and Tumamina, where the idea is you're supposed to, I'm speaking to the staff now, you're supposed to be helping these people, but in fact, my understanding is that the staff don't give us whatever.
Thank you so much for your time, sir. So, Gareth, not only are there people here to come and collect or renew their temporary disability grants, but there's also a protest going on here at the back where these are people who are saying that they want the SRD grant, what they also call the COVID-19 grant, to be extended, the 350 Rand. And not only are they asking for the grant to be extended, they also want it to be increased. But I'm going to see if I'm able to just walk across to go and speak to the people standing here with their placards and demonstrating outside here, wanting this COVID grant to be extended. Let me just see if I can speak to one of them. Excuse me, what is this protest about?
We're looking for a basic income grant, right? Government is deciding to bring the 350s to an end. And we're asking, okay, now where's the people going to go to? What must they do? There's no jobs. And the reality is there's no jobs. If we can actually just say that put certain programs in place, right? So our people can go work. As you hear, you can hear the people boiling up about this 350. But there's a bigger picture and a bigger sentiment behind that 350 actually. It's not just about the 350. More than 3 million people lost their jobs. Some of them, they were deducted UIF, so they have the luxury to go to the UIF, to go and collect the UIF. Some of the people, there was no UIF deducted. So now, you don't deduct by me, and that's why I'm saying, I'm not speaking just for our South Africans. I'm talking about the asylum seekers. Talking about people that came inside of our country to come and work here because they've got like legitimate qualifications, and now they don't even have money to travel out of this country anymore. So these are the kind of things we have to actually look into certain, because if there's Government must just go and sit down and talk.
But you were saying earlier, this is not only about extending the 350 grant, you also want it to be increased.
We want it to be increased because at the end of the day, you go to Spa now, you will see how much a loaf of bread is. If I pay 14 rand to 16 rand a loaf of bread, white bread maybe, I pay for that 16 rand. If I had to multiply 16 rand or 14 rand by 30 days, I mean, it's laughable. You understand? So we're asking, that government must please meet the people halfway.
Thank you so much for your time, sir. Gareth, we're just going to try and go across the road so that we can just show you the people sitting here, many of them, as I said earlier, in wheelchairs. And then also the queue is snaking right around this building. And we're just going to try and go around this building so that you can see people sitting here, some of them saying they've been here since 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock this morning, and they still have not been attended to. And then, of course, this queue goes actually right around this building. And people are saying their biggest fear is that when it comes to 4 o'clock, the doors will be shut and they're going to be told to come back another day. And most of them are saying that they've been borrowing money from friends and family to travel to the Sassa building here in Bellville. They're also saying that before it was easier where they could go to the community centres, to the civic centres in their areas, but they're saying that now everybody from all over Cape Town, they have to come to the Sassa building in Bellville to come and collect their grants, to come and have their grants renewed, and also to come and have their documents certified.
Ayesha Ismail, for the moment, thank you very much. You can see the desperation of people standing outside the Sassa offices in Bellville for two reasons, it seems. Ayesha just arriving on the scene now. She'll get more information as the day goes on, I'm sure. One is about the temporary disability grant from Sassa, many people queuing for that. But then the main reason, it seems, is this COVID-19 grant, as we're calling it now.